Hello everybody, welcome back, and I am the Chornik, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we got some exciting brand new news about the next Pokemon anime series. New characters have been revealed, more plot details, etc. So we're going to cover that in this video. You guys can post it in the comment section below, your thoughts and feelings as always, and let's delve right into it. Most exciting news, okay? So 2 new characters have been revealed. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the 2 brand new characters. And they're anime exclusive. They're not from the next games. Like, all these characters that are shown in the next Pokemon anime are all going to be anime exclusive. So that's amazing. That means we're going to get characters that can have their own unique storylines without having to base off the games. We're actually going to have an anime series that's going to be completely separate from the games and tell its own story for once. So to me, that's honestly awesome, because that gives the Pokemon writers so much more freedom, so much more creativity. They don't have to pull from the actual games themselves and just kind of make their own version of them. No, they actually get to go and make their own story with their own characters that they've designed. And to me, it's kind of scary to think about. I can see why some people might be worried about this, but at the same time, like, I'm actually all for it. I mean, they've been changing up the formula for Pokemon during X, Y, and Sun and Moon, and then now the same writers are back, and they're gonna honestly make their own characters now. That's awesome. They're having a new protagonist and everything. They're traveling all the regions. Like, so many things are changing in the next Pokemon anime that I think we should really get excited for. But another piece of information that we got from the recent news is that Ash meets Go through being his roommate. They live in this, like, kind of dormitory. They live in, like, this dorm, right? And they're just basically roommates. And that's how they met. And that's how they go off and do their little adventures, I guess, is they do research for this professor. So, looks like Ash has graduated Pokemon school back in Alola, and he's going to an institute now, so our boy is making his way in the world, you know, growing up and all that good stuff. Great. But to me, honestly, I feel like that's too much like Alola. I don't know why they would bring back kind of like a school-esque place where they're going to have still kind of a base of orientation, you know, like they're gonna have not like a Pokemon school like we had in Alola, but it's an institute. It's like a research lab, so like they always go back to and hang out before they go on their next adventure, which is kind of a copy of Sun and Moon's methods, but in a little bit different way. So I guess it's different in its own way, but at the same time it's very, very similar to how Sun and Moon did it. He's still learning, I'm guessing. He's doing research for a professor, so very much more like college-like stuff we're seeing here. So very, very interesting. And maybe that's the reason why he's going to all these different regions, is because he's doing all these different projects for that professor. And then that Koharu girl, the next main female protagonist, she looks cute. She's giving me kind of Bonnie vibes, though. She looks kind of young. She looks very much like Bonnie, to be honest, except with like long, you know, purplish, maroonish hair, you know what I mean? Overall, she looks pretty cute. I'm pretty happy with the designs, honestly. But she's not going to be a companion. She's going to be just an assistant. For some reason, Pokemon just love making young female assistants for their professors recently, in recent years. I mean, we've had 3 in a row. So this is like a 3.0, like a Lily 3.0, pretty much. For some reason, they just really like having every professor have their own designated female young like assistant, you know what I mean? So I don't know why they're keeping that up, but I guess they really like that idea and concept, and they're repeating it, you know, several times in a row. So very, very interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, posting in the comment section below your guys' thoughts and feelings about this. Do you like the new characters? Do you like the idea that Pokemon can actually go out now and make its own story separate from the games? Are you worried about it? Or are you thinking, you know, this is a great idea, like Pokemon should be separate completely, the anime at least, you know, it should be completely separate from the games, and it should really tell its own story? What do you think Ash is going to end up doing? I mean, if he's doing these research projects, like, okay, wait, what? So I know, like, we were all thinking back when Sun and Moon first aired that, you know, this is kind of weird. Why is Ash going to a Pokemon school? Like, no, we want him to we want him to win a league, and he did. At the end of the season, you know, he did end up doing all the trials and going to the Pokemon League and winning it. But at first, we were really worried because we thought that he was just going to go to school and every episode would just be like kind of like a school anime or something like that with Pokemon integrated into it. And we were worried about that. So it looks like they're going to go to an institute and do a bunch of research projects for this professor But Go, as we know, he wants to capture all the Pokemon. He explicitly wants to go get Mew and meet Mew again. Ash still wants to be a Pokemon Master, okay, and they made that clear. So they still have their own goals, but it looks like they're also going to help this professor out. And so is this Koharu girl, his daughter, but she's not going to be traveling with Ash and Go. She's going to be staying at the Institute. And it seems like this place is a newly built institute, which some people have rumored that this is actually that empty plot that was in Vermilion City. I think that's the city it's called. But there was like this huge like plot that's, you know, like the one that freaking Lieutenant Surge is in, that city. I think it's Vermilion City, right? Anyway, there's a plot right there in the top right of the corner, and some people think that that's where the Institute is being built, because they have been talking about Vermilion City a lot lately, so I could be getting my information wrong there. It could just end up being that empty plot in Vermilion City, which, honestly, that would be pretty interesting that they saved it all the way up until now, and then the anime officially makes it a thing that that empty plot was for the Institute. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, post in the comment section below your thoughts and feelings. I love your faces. Can't wait to see you guys in the next one. I guess this kind of throws the whole rumor about Ash having a crush on Gloria out the window, considering we have Koharu in here. But who knows, maybe Gloria will end up showing up later. Maybe Ash will end up meeting his other protagonists, his other friends, you know, meeting up with them at some point when he goes to those other regions. I'm pretty sure he will, to be honest. But I'm pretty happy that, you know, honestly, Pokemon gets to kind of choose its own story for once. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, post in the comment section below your thoughts and feelings. Are you excited? I love your faces. Can't wait to see you next one, and peace off. Thank you very much.